Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and in the last episode we explored the main building of Thors Military Academy, and now we're off to the Courtyard. We want to ultimately leave off in the Student Union building, so I'll start at the Academy Engineering building and then do a full loop until we get to the Student Union building again. I already talked to that woman, but for the moment I'm not going to look at anyone else. We're just going to go right to the engineering room. Is that a motorcycle? Some kind of orbital vehicle? Device? That noise was my bottle of water. It's quite cold and now it's getting warmer inside. The air inside is heating up, so it just expanded a little bit and cracked. Cool. The doors are locked. This is the engineering building, isn't it? I need to do something about this. Where's that? Why is that happening? Don't do this. Don't do this. Alright. It doesn't seem like anyone's here. No, it doesn't. Old schoolhouse, come on, come on, come on! Nice. Can you actually do this? Doors are locked, aren't they? This is where the cool kids hang out. The front doors are locked. This old building is closed up tight now. Probably for the best, considering all the monsters roaming around inside. Orienteering or no, I can't believe we were thrown in with them right after our entrance ceremony. Some welcome. I have no real reason to be here right now anyway, so I should start heading to the student council. Huh? What was that? Was that just my mind playing tricks on me? No, there's something off about this place. It's definitely just not just my imagination. All the more reason to keep my distance for the moment. I need to go to the student council room anyway. Doors to the old schoolhouse are locked. I'm curious about what just happened, but I suppose this isn't the time to be worrying about it. I need to head to the student council room. Intriguing. You're not able to get over top of this ledge? It just said the front doors are locked, but who knows? Like, most buildings have a back door as well. Those wouldn't be locked. Cool little scene. Gardening? Or gardeneering? Nice hat. It might seem a little quaint, but gardening is both fun and enriching. We'd love to have you join our club if you have so much as a budding interest. I'll teach you everything there is to know about plants. The more love you pour into your flowers, the better they'll grow. Hey, feel free to join our club, even if you feel if you want to cultivate a green thumb. A budding interest, huh? That's a good one. Budding interest. Is there a fishing club? I wonder. This would be the auditorium. Who are you? Monk. I wonder if I can find any good material for this month. Oh, don't mind me, just talking to myself. I do that sometimes. Actually, Class 7 might just end up being a treasure trove of material. I don't know what material means, but I don't like the sound of it. I've got a feeling your class will provide me with some good material. You'd better not let me down. Yikes. Gymnasium. Swimming and what else? I don't know what else. Monica. I guess this is where the fencing and swimming clubs are located. Not exactly what you'd call athletic, but it might still be worth checking them both out. I mean, we are at the Military Academy and all. There's not much point in being here if I'm not healthy. I'm not particularly athletic, but joining one of these clubs might be just what I need to remedy that. Now, which one should I join? I do swimming myself, it's fun. Training hall. This is from what I can tell not swimming. Paula, what is up with that guy? What does he think? What? Does he think he's hot stuff just because he's a noble? I've never been able to get along with jerks like that. Can't see that changing anytime soon either. He's been preening even more than the other upper class first years. Guess I won't be joining this club after all. We know him. What's with this guy? He just marched in here demanding to be made captain. So much for respecting your elders. I figured this club would help me get in shape, but... man, what have I gotten myself into? Friedel. Welcome to the fencing club. I'm Friedel, the club captain. A number of interesting first years have joined us, so I'm curious to see how things unfold. Healthy competition amongst club members is always a good thing. Patrick's quite the interesting one. I have a feeling he's going to be a good practice partner for logins. Arrogant boy. Given your uniform, I can assume you're part of Class 7? That's right. Mind if I ask who you are? My name's Patrick. I'm from Class 1. Class 1, huh? That's one of the upper classes, right? I'm Rean Schwarzer. Pleased to meet you. Do you really think the feeling is mutual? I couldn't in good conscience say I was pleased to meet anyone from some pathetic group of nobodies calling itself a class. Uh-huh. While you're at this academy, it would serve you well to remember your place. We wouldn't want commoners to start thinking a little special treatment makes them better than nobles now, would we? The thought couldn't have been further from my mind. Thanks for the advice. This guy's a real peach. Wanna say that again, asshole? I don't think I heard that right. Oh, of course. I'll say it as many times as it takes for you to get into your thick skull. As the best swordsman here, I should be named captain of the club. Did you follow that? Or must I speak more slowly? Yeah, I got you. If you're so damn cocky, how about taking me on one-on-one? Seems like you need a little attitude adjustment. I have no objections to that. Just remember you challenged me, so I expect no whimpering after you lose. How could anyone be so upset over such a logical proposition? Very well then, it's a match you want. If it's a match you want, then it's a match you shall get. Just cause you're a noble doesn't mean I'm not gonna beat your ass. You need to be brought down a peg, and I'm gonna be the one to do it. Just cause you're a noble. Brr. Brr, brr, brr. I get it. You probably don't want to join the fencing club there, Missy. Firing range. Shooting range. Do not enter without express permission. Swimming pool. Alright. We've got some of those and some of these. Woo! Can't actually jump in the swimming pool. Would be funny if there was a mini game to it. Those are that's where you change, and you three are having a conversation as well. Fascinating. I suppose there are some things we can only do while we're students. It looks like there's a lot I could learn from this club. Looks like there's a lot I could learn in this club. I'm going to fill out an application this very instant. Klein. Swimming doesn't just strengthen your body, but your soul, too. Now that you're part of this club, try to think of a goal. Any goal will do, as long as you want to make it happen. Working towards that will be a good way to help you become the you want to be. Of course, let's not forget that swimming's the perfect way to get cool when it's all toasty outside. Can't say I'd be surprised if some folks joined up just because of that. Casper, that guy's really got away with words. Just goes to show why he made captain. I think this might be the club for me. Turns out this might be the club for me. He did have good advice in terms of you setting a goal for yourself. Locker room male. I'm gonna be in trouble if I enter the female locker room. It's not so much that the locker room itself is female, it's just that it's for females, and probably a good idea to get in there. Can I look myself in the mirror? No? No, I can't. This is the girls' locker room. If I walked in, my death would be swift. Blissful, but swift. You really think so? I think it's worth a shot, considering there's no one inside. Okay. Been there, done that. Hello, Mr. Material Guy. Nice hat. Rex. Whoa there, those ladies in the lacrosse get-ups are looking mighty fine. It would be a crime against photography if I didn't snap some pics. Man, this academy's the place to be if you're looking for cute girls. Yeah, I'm gonna be late to the photography club, but when inspiration strikes, you can't just ignore it. The storehouse is locked. No, maybe the storehouse isn't locked, but the storehouse door certainly is. The stalls? Number of horses are being raised in the stable. Lambert, welcome to the riding club. I'm the current captain, Lambert Mark, and this is my trusty steed, Whitcomb. Are you a new recruit by any chance? If you've the slightest interest in joining, by all means, please do. We'll be happily accepting anyone who wants to experience the joys of riding. If you've the slightest interest in joining, by all means, please do. Whitcomb, can I talk to you? Nah. Okay. Okay. In a second, guys. The back gate is locked. Okay, second's over. Thrasia. Oh, are you here to join the Lacrosse Club? I'm sorry to tell you this, but this club is for girls only. Oh, are you here to join? Girls only. Emily, when you think of traditional Erebonian sports, the word lacrosse should come screaming into your mind. The three key pillars of the sport are the three key pillars of your youth itself. Friendship, hard work, and success. So, who's ready to make the most of their youth with us? Do try to control yourself, Emily. You'll scare them off at this rate. I'm the captain of this club. Name's Emily, but people call me Blazing Maiden. Okay, we're not gonna be young forever, but as long as we're here, I'm gonna make it count. The Blazing Maiden, huh? Hey, Eliza. Well, she is passionate, to say the least. Joining a sports team doesn't seem like it would be interesting, though. Friendship, hard work, and success, huh? I've never joined any sports teams before, but they must be pretty fun if she's this excited. Eliza and I are taking a look at all the clubs here. Would you care to join us, Emma, what are you saying? Alright, I'm sorry, Rean. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm not much for sports myself. I think something like the literature club would be best fit for me. Ferris, So, that's the Eliza girl I've heard so much about. She has a different air about her than the other first years. She's awfully cocky for a commoner. She intends to join the Lacrosse Club, does she? Haha, what a lovely turn of events. I can use this to teach her her place. Okay. I made a joke about Ferris wheel before, but I don't remember where or when I did that. I have to have talked to a Ferris before, right? But where and when? What's that? You shoot fireworks out of that? Is that an oven, a grill? You might grill here. Yeah. Let's settle for grill. Auditorium? The auditorium doors are locked. Hugo. Hey there, Becky. Have you decided on a club to join yet? Hi, here. How many times I need to tell you to stop acting like you're my mate. I'm joining the school store. Got a problem with that? Becky, that's not a club at all. I know. You ain't got daft or something? As usual, you continue to baffle me and presumably everyone else. What is up with you? Here, you know that massive corporation Kleist & Co? Well, this we band's failure. What? Are you drunk? He thinks he's a pure ticket because his family's well off. He'll never stop following me about either. Actually, dang my heat in. What? Actually, dang my heat in. I'm not going to talk to Becky much. I'm attending the academy of my home in Heimdallr. A commute like that makes it very difficult to join a club or working a part-time job like Becky does. Instructor Sarah asked me to go to the student council room. It's supposed to be on the second floor of the student union building. That's a big surprise. We can't leave the academy yet. Machias. Why is he in here? What's wrong? It's nothing. Oh well, I suppose I'll just return to the dorms for today. If he intends to regularly befoul the library with his presence, I'll need to find a new place to study. Wait, why am I the one who needs to go somewhere else? He can't make me go anywhere. You should really check out the fencing club. In the library, you'll find books detailing key terminology on the second floor and a recommended reading corner on the first. The recommended reading corner is updated almost every month, so it's worth checking in on a regular basis. What's more, many books you read will be added to the book tab of your notebook for future reference. You can access the book tab by pressing select button and choose note and then books from the camp menu. Librarian Carol. Hello and welcome to the library. You'll be very familiar with it by the end of your tenure at this academy. It's almost a second home for some students. Not only do we have every kind of book you could imagine, but the quiet atmosphere makes it a perfect study spot. Feel free to come along whenever you'd like. We'd never turn away an inquisitive mind. We have every book you could ever want here, culturally or academically. Don't be a stranger. We'll happily take you in whenever you are in a reading mood. Don't you have a club you should be running off to? Nope, I still haven't decided whether I want to join one yet. How about you? The same. None have managed to catch my interest so far. I'm in no hurry. If any have merit, I'll find out sooner or later. Well, that sounds like you, I guess. You do things at your own pace and at your own discretion, just like a noble. It doesn't take a noble to exercise critical thinking and sound judgment, at least in theory. If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Right, sorry for bothering you. If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Don't be a jerk, I was really nice to you. Recommended reading corner. Imperial Railways, a history. I'm gonna do that in the next episode. Female student, you don't even have a name. I found a very exciting novel series here the other day. They're real page turners, so as soon as I finish one, I come right back here and grab the next one. Found a very exciting novel series. Okay, you don't have a name, and thus you only have one line of dialogue. Intriguing. Isn't there... Oh boy. So I was almost expecting that every time I could talk to a thing it would have a shiny crystal on it, but no, that is not the case. As instead, we have to actually take a look at everything that's looking cool, because otherwise we'll miss these exclamation marks. Current events, politics. Okay, non-aggression pact, Phantom Thief B. What else do we have here? What else? Great Collapse, Zeptium Artifact, Rainford Vern Company, ZCF, Bracer Guild, Imperial Chronicle, Orbital Revolution, Orban Quartz, Technology tab, Epstein Foundation, Calvert Republic, Crossbell State, North Highlands, there they are. Alright, the next episode is going to be very educational, but since it's only one book down here, I'm going to read this one and then we're going to go up top. Imperial Railways, a history. 1 out of 5 pages. Okay. Imperial Railways, a history. The Orbital Revolution of 50 years ago had a profound effect on Erebonia, much as it did on other nations on the continent. Much is made of its impact on weaponry, but I believe its influence on transport was equally noteworthy. Specifically, the Orbital Revolution allowed the creation of railways for the first time. Before the Orbital Revolution, there were only 3 methods of transport available to Imperial citizens: horse, boat, and walking. Considering the sheer size of Erebonia, the situation was far from ideal. Traveling from the imperial capital of Heimdallr to Bereahart, the capital of the Kreuzen province, for example, took 10 days on foot and 4 days by horse. Such long journeys would be impossible to imagine for the Erebonian citizen today. Changing all that, however, was the Orbital Revolution's transformation of manufacturing, making the creation of mechanical engines possible for the first time. This marked a key turning point in the history of transportation, and Erebonia's first use of these engines was the invention of the train. Zeptian calendar 1158, the first orbally powered vehicle to run on rail tracks was developed through the combined efforts of Professor G. Schmidt, a leading disciple of Professor Epstein at the Rainford Company, known at the time as a weapons manufacturer. 1160, the freight line between Rower City and the Sachsen Iron Mine was completed. 1165, the first passenger railway connecting Heimdallr and Rower began operation. As a result of these developments, the concept of the Orbital Railway became widely known throughout the nation, and by 1175 a wide-reaching railway network had been created with Heimdallr at its center. This railway nexus effectively connected the imperial capital with all of the major provincial capitals. This was followed soon after by the establishment of railways in other nations on the continent, eventually leading to the creation of the Transcontinental Railroad 20 years ago, which has made transporting people, goods, and information all over the continent significantly easier. There is no doubt that the orbally powered airships invented by the Liberalian Kingdom and the family automobiles developed in the Calvert Republic are also wonderful inventions. However, a half century after the Orbital Revolution, it is an incontestable fact that railways are the most important form of transport of all. Rhine man. Liberal people in Liberl would disagree. Orbitally powered airships are the shit. Read Imperial Railways: A History. Its contents were added to the book notes. Are you being serious? Books. That's cool. He wrote all that down. That's cool. Alright, in the next episode there's just gonna be reading. There's gonna be reading, and after the reading part there's going to be more reading. Is this the first one? No. Is this the... It's different topics altogether on this side, isn't there? Culture 1? Culture 2. Nope, it starts from this. So, I'm gonna leave off right here in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you in the next episode as well. Thank you very much. I didn't mean to do that. For watching, and until next time, bye-bye.